Hi, it's Peter Nixon with tactic number 4, de-escalating stress and conflict in your life during this era of pandemic is so incredibly important, not just for your own happiness, but for the success and happiness of the people around you, your teams, your organization, wherever you're working, wherever you're living. This is a global problem. It's affecting the economy, it's affecting our health, and it's affecting our relationships. So try the next tactic on our list is to prepare your concessions. If I do this, then will you do that? If I do this, then will you do that? Tactic number 4 is an important one because it requires you to prepare. So let me give you an example from my accounting work. I'm a CFO for a pro bono organization. And part of the stress of this pandemic is the inflation stress. And for many organizations, we are hit with a declining revenue at the same time as increasing cost. And you don't have to be an accountant to realize that leads to eventual deficits. And if you don't improve the situation, it leads to bankruptcy. So if you're going to increase salaries, what would you be asking for in return? If we increase salaries, then what? Are you asking people to work longer hours or to be prepared to be resilient or to stay in the organization longer? What are you asking for? What are you prepared to give? Because people are always going to want you to give them something, especially when they're stressed and in conflict. So this takes preparation. And if it's financial, you need to prepare and do the P&L properly to know that you can afford it. If inflation is running at 3% and you don't increase salaries by 3%, then you're asking them to take a concession. If you give more than 3%, then you are making a concession above and beyond what you're asking of them, which is likely to keep working. So you have to do your homework. And it will lead to some conflict, some stress, and certainly dialogue, because it's a dance back and forth between what you give and what you take. But it's important to de-escalate the situation, and this is one way you can go about it. Tactic number 4 is prepare your concessions in advance of the conversation. Stay tuned for tactic number 5 is to remember we are all one.